want Major Hillgrove to call in Mr. Bashford. Is he in?
He's in, but he's not down yet. I'll tell him.
Oh, but I mustn't disturb Mr. Bashford. That won't do.
Well, it's almost his time, sir, and he might be angry if I sent him away.
The sofa.
What name shall I say, sir? I didn't quite catch it.
Hillgrove. Major Hillgrove. I am staying with Lord Wisborough at Fiddlehurst House.
Major Hillgrove's servant is down with the flu, and I happen to be on the spot. Mrs. Willis, the head laundry woman, 2 of her children have got the mumps.
I know.
And this kind young lady,
Miss Pennington.
Miss Pennington, graciously gave me an arm.
Kind young lady. That's exactly what Miss Pennington is, sir.
Shh.
Anybody in the parish would agree with you there.
Don't, Mrs. Minute.
I'm sure of it.
I'll go up to Mr. Bashford.
I shall be in the garden if you need me. I've only met Mr. Bashford once or twice.
Wait a bit, Miss Pennington.
Yes?
Are we alone?
Quite.
So that's Mrs. Minute, is it?
Mr. Bashford's housekeeper.
Wisborough was telling me her history last night after dinner. Most interesting.
Lord Wisborough recommended her to Mr. Bashford. She's the widow of one of his keepers.
Tom Minute, I've shot with him.
He was a reservist and among the first to go from Fiddlehurst. He fell early in the war at Ypres.
I picture her, an evil, eerie, haggard woman with wandering hands and bony fingers.
She's a very, very different soul, poor woman, before she got the news from the War Office of Minute's death.
Different, but always kind of witch-like, eh?
Witch-like?
Suggestive of a broomstick, a scarlet cloak, and a steeple hat.
Well, now that you mention it, but not a wicked witch.
There have been innocent witches as well as evil ones in the old days, though both share the same fate. Perhaps Mrs. Minute's distinguished ancestress was of the amiable variety.
Her ancestress?
Her grandmother, an aged crone by the name of Kindred. She was swum by a mob at a village in Essex as recently as 1865.
Swum?
Thrown into the water, made to swim for her life, and died in consequence.
I knew Mrs. Minute is what the locals call a foreigner, not a native to these parts, but I never thought that. How terrible.
This is between ourselves, Miss Pennington. I ought not have repeated the tale.
You don't believe in witches, surely. At any rate, their descendants don't inherit their qualities.
We blind shafts amuse ourselves by indulging in all sorts of other fancies. If we didn't.
Oh, shoot.
Mr. Bashford is coming down.
I'm off to smell the wallflowers, Mrs. Minute, while Major Hillgrove and Mr. Bashford have their talk.
I must warn you, sir, this is not one of Mr. Bashford's good days. You must be prepared for that.
Really? I'm sorry.
He's expecting some visitors from town by and by, and it has upset him.
I'll clear out as soon as possible.
Oh, here he is. Major Hillgrove, sir.
How do you do?
Forgive me for intruding upon you this way. I'm staying at Fiddlehurst House.
So I understand.
My old schoolfellow, Eddie Wisborough, your troubled landlord, has asked me to be his guest through the summer. And it struck me, as we are to be neighbors for so long.
Oh, thanks.
It struck me that we might foregather, have a draw occasionally.
Very good of you.
Quite a solitary spot you fit on. It must be rather lonely at times.
I've taken this cottage for the purpose of being lonely. If no one came near me without an invitation, the better I'd be pleased.
Sick man?
Don't I sound like one?
Where were you injured?
Mademoiselle,
Mademoiselle.
August 18.
Where did they get you?
In the neck. Literally in the neck. Damn well spoilt my leg, too. Oh, but it's my head! It's my head that's hell!
You'll work right at your age.
God's sake, stop that rot! And you?
A year earlier, 13th of April.
Oh. Well, I suppose I oughtn't to grouse.
Why not? If it eases you.
You don't, apparently.
You haven't given me a chance.
Major, forgive me. I'm a selfish brute. I'm holding out my hand to you. There. Glad to make your acquaintance.
And yours. Now that I've broken the ice, I'm off.
Off?
I won't bother you this morning. You've some people coming.
Yes, my mother and stepfather, they're motoring from London.
Quite so.
Oh, they've arranged to meet the rector and his wife here at 11:30. They're dragging them into the business.
The business.
My burying myself in this secluded place. They will interfere with me. They won't let me alone. Oh. The Corsellises. Huh! Corsellises. You know what they have planned for me now? They're to saddle me with the Corsellises, who have 7 children of their own and 1 more on the way, I believe. I'd be put in their charge anyhow. I don't want to insult them. They are a worthy couple. I shall, though. Shan't be able to help myself. I insulted you a few moments ago.
That doesn't matter. I'm not a parson.
Major, listen to this. From my mother. I haven't slept a wink for it. The more I dwell on it, my dear boy, the more appalled I am at your banishing yourself from your friends and relations with nobody to care for you but a weird creature whose appearance positively makes my flesh creep. Huh. Jolly unfair. She may be queer, but she does her job. Rupert is as much concerned as I am, my stepfather, and so is your sister Ethel. If therefore you persist in your eccentric line of conduct, it is our intention to appeal to Mr. and Mrs. Corsellis, strangers as they are to us, to do their utmost by personal control and supervision to promote your comfort and relieve the monotony of your existence. As Rupert has just remarked, of what use is the church if you can't make a use of it? Oh, shut up, Major. I'm writing to Mr. Corsellis by way of this post and so on and so on. Oh, my head.
Don't worry, it'll all wash straight. You just need to explain to Mr. and Mrs. Rector on the quiet.
My eccentric line of conduct. See, what they don't understand is stupid belongings of mine, my mother and stepfather, busybody of a sister. What they don't realize is that I'm done, finished, down and out. They're so beastly normal, they haven't imagination enough to see that my chief object for the future is to avoid those who knew me as I was.
Tosh rubbish.
As I was, healthy, strong, active. Rubbish or not, I tell you, I hate, despise myself. No words can describe the loathing and contempt I have for my shriveled face and shrunken carcass. I can't bear to catch the sight of myself in the mirror. I tell you, it's agony to me.
But there are other days.
But there are days when I just can't stand it.
But there are other days. Come, Dashwood. Why am I dropping the mister?
Yes, there are other days when I can lend old Kiffin a hand in the garden, or hobble into the village for the sake of a chat with Hilton at the stores.
Splendid.
I've even managed the feat of taking a cup of tea at some of the houses around here.
Imposter.
And perhaps, by and by, when they start tennis, I shall be able to steel myself to sit with the antiques and look on. Look on. Oh, I was quite a decent lawn tennis player, Major.
I played a game or two in my time. I won the singles at Beckingham one year, and the mixed doubles with Mrs. Lanyard Rapier against Miss Beswick and Prophet Evans.
Lord, I remember. Of course. You're Hillgrove, aren't you? The Hillgrove.
Chap with the forehand drive.
Fancy that. Huh. And I... Oh, Major, I am such a brute.
Not at all.
The papers, sir?
Thank you.
Is that Mrs. Minnick?
Yes, sir.
Fetch Miss Pennington for me, will you, Mrs. Minnick? I'm going home.
Yes, sir.
Miss Pennington.
My man is in bed with influenza, and they got Miss Pennington to give me an arm across the park. Nice, gentle little thing.
Isn't she?
I should like to know more of her.
It isn't difficult. She lives in the village. Poor as a rat. One of the best.
Yes, the plain women of the world. They're the bricks, Bashford.
You guessed she's plain?
Instinct.
You're right. She isn't beautiful. Huh. Blessed if Miss Pennington and I aren't a match there. Huh. Good morning, Miss Pennington.
Good morning.
Major Hillgrove is ready.
I haven't kept you long. Mr. Bashford has a bad head today.
Oh, I am sorry. Do you have any aspirin in the house?
Aspirin's no use.
Oh, do let me get you some. The village nurse always has it by her. I left my bicycle at Mrs. Willis's. I'll take Major Hillgrove home and run into the village and be back in less than half an hour.
Awfully Samaritan of you.
Oh, may we exit out that way, through the copse? It'll save us 10 minutes.
Certainly.
Look how busy little person she is.
Goodbye, Major. When will I see you again?
Tomorrow.
Shall I hunt you up in the morning?
Excellent.
I promise not to be such a shocking cat